Hi everyone, Pastor Stewart here. Well, I'm all dressed up and have nowhere to go. I can't take my wife out to a nice restaurant or to a show or anywhere else for that matter. I am literally dressed up and nowhere else to go. But I have to tell you that no, I did not dress up just to do this video. I am dressed up today due to a memorial service for an amazing saint. Be assured that we followed all necessary precautions with the service, which we've just finished a few minutes ago here in the beautiful Trinity Columbarium. During this COVID-19 pandemic, as many of us are staying home most of the time, many of us are spending the days in pajamas or at least jeans and a t-shirt. So I dressed up today, but no, I don't have anywhere else to go. The memorial service which we just held was for Kathleen Wersey, whom I didn't know, but she passed at the tender age of 103. Yes, you heard that right, 103 years old. Upon hearing of this death, my wife's comment to me was, wow, she saw a lot of change in her lifetime, didn't she? Yes, indeed she did. In her first year and a half of life, there was the end of the First World War and a major pandemic that we know of as the Spanish flu. It swept through the world, killing an estimated 50 million people worldwide and 675,000 in the U.S. And now we're experiencing this one. She experienced the Second World War along with quite a few wars since. She lived through the Great Depression, numerous recessions and rebounds and booming economies. She saw automobiles and planes change drastically and multiply exponentially during her lifetime. She saw the advent of television, and I am more than certain that being able to make this video to send out to you would have seemed like science fiction when Katie was growing up. She saw a lot of change. But the truth is, we all have. Regardless of our age, we have seen major changes in our world and throughout our society. Perhaps not to the extent of Miss Wersey, but each of you could list a lot of changes you've seen. I know that I personally have seen a lot of changes in ministry. I've been in ministry 34 years, and some of those changes have been welcome. Others, well, not so much. But ministry is not the same as it was when I started. And there's been constant adaptation. And now, as I try to be a pastor during this whole COVID-19 event, I realize that change is going to continue. Honestly, this has been the hardest month of ministry in my 34 years because nothing prepared me to have to be distant from the people. While some have felt that churches should have had it all figured out, most have understood that this is a new world and we're figuring it out as we go along. For the memorial service for Miss Wersey, though, I read through the testimonies of family members. And what dawned on me was, not for the first time, but what dawned on me was that throughout all the changes, the one thing that hasn't changed is God's love, and that Jesus is the anchor for our souls. The writer of Hebrews said it this way, so we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, so I will have no fear. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's Hebrews chapter 13, verses 6 and 8. There's a whole lot of change going on, and it's not going to go away anytime soon, is it? Yet through it all, we have faith in God, whose love is never changing. Just a few days ago, we celebrated Easter. We celebrated the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. That event changed everything, and that is the event to which we hold in the midst of changes throughout our world and society. Changes do come, but Jesus Christ is risen, and because He lives, we can face all the tomorrows that are going to come. Friends, that is the ongoing good news. The one thing that will never change is the good news that Jesus Christ is risen from the dead, and that brings to those who will look to Him hope and help and a foundation that will not ever waver. Be safe, my friends. hold on to the unchanging truth of Jesus' resurrection and hold on to love for one another. My sisters and my brothers, be blessed and know that in the midst of change, God's love for you will never, ever change.